right? We've got to have a theme of, if you have Muslim value system, right, then you have a duty to help the community that you're in. You should be a mercy to your neighbors. And that means voting for things that help your neighbor's life be better. Like not getting shot, right? Like respect for the immigrants, respect for new arrival, right? Stand up on it. And I'm gonna tell you this, when it comes to Muslim candidates, if you're pushing a right-wing agenda, don't think I'm gonna support you just because you're Muslim. Al-Sisi Muslim. Mohammed bin Salman's Muslim. I'm not supporting them. But if you are for the people and you want to see people's lives better, and you want to see a fair economy, you want to see us address this climate problem that we have, and if you live in Florida, you know exactly what I mean. You've seen it up close and personal. Or on the shore of the East Coast. That's what we got. We have to talk about values now, because the Muslim community has done so well over the last 10 years that we're going to start getting candidates on all sides of the political spectrum. Some of them are going to say some things that you or I don't agree with. That's okay, because we're breaking through identity nowadays, into values. In the beginning, you take anybody who's Muslim, just anybody, we just want one in Congress. We don't even care what they think. We don't even know what they think. We just want to get one. Once you get one, then you want, you want two. Then you want three. Then you start asking, well, what do you stand for? What are you for? You know what I mean? You start making demands and having expectations. So let me just wrap it up. Everybody here, and Serena, I'm just gonna throw this out here. Y'all deal with it. Should have a plan for a Muslim Day on the Hill in your state. Everybody here should have a plan for tabling for voter registration at the masjid every Friday. Everybody here should talk with the imams and say, what are you going to tell the people? Can we somehow, we're not telling you what to say, imam, because you're the scholar, we're not, but can we weave it in that political participation is not a bad thing, or maybe is a good thing? Can we weave it in that there's no perfect candidates, and some of them they're not going to be perfect? And by the way, can we weave it in that some people who are not Muslim candidates are actually going to uphold values that we share? These are the things we've all got to go back and do. This conference is a wonderful idea, is perfect. And I'm going to tell you this, we all had busy weeks, right? That includes me. I had to move stuff around to get here, but I got here because it's important to be here. Because we are looking at something bigger than just what's going to happen to the Muslim community. I can tell you that in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, just thinking what's going to happen to us was enough. Now it's not enough. We got to worry about what's going to happen to the United States of America. And I'm telling you now, Boris Johnson just became the Prime Minister in London. And if you don't know about Boris Johnson's Islamophobia, you need to learn about it. Same things with Le Pen, she's doing things. Angela Merkel's leaving office. You can expect in Germany, we're going to have some ugly signals there. Already there's this guy in Poland and in Hungary who are, they don't like anybody who's, a non-white. They don't like anybody who's not their version of Christian, right? And so so we've got to think transatlantically, and it's not just the European countries. I'm talking, before it was kind of unthinkable that a dictator in the Middle East would order the murder of somebody who criticized him. They'd at least try to hide it. With Trump acting this way, people get the green light. They think they can do anything they want. And then, of course, Duterte, all the way on. And what about even in Brazil? We have a worldwide problem when it comes to intolerance and hate. And we have to be a force for good, for including people, for uniting people, for bringing people together. And it doesn't start in Geneva or even DC. It is going down in Oklahoma. It's in Norman. Any Oklahomians here? Well, there could be. But just think about the city you're from. I know all of us love to watch CNN and watch the national politics. If I have learned anything in my now 16 some years of politics, it is about the local community. Everybody who's in Congress, all 535 of them, come from a local community. Only one person is elected to represent the whole country. That's the president. Everybody else has a region that they are designated to represent. And so that's how we've got to work. But if you all can raise some money before you put it into to hire some canvassers, get these smart data science people, start building databases, start knocking doors, set up some portals where if somebody wants to organize, they can put their zip code in there, and then they'll get information on who wants to organize with them. And by the way, organize the Muslim community that does not go to the masjid. Probably about half or maybe more than half don't even go. Maybe more than that, you know. So here it says more, and I think he's right. And so, but we got to figure, but where do they go? Let's figure out a way to talk to them. But it's about organize, 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 organize. It is the only way to counter the ugly messaging that we've seen. Because if you get somebody who like how many people in here, for example, deal with a lot of folks who are not Muslim, and those folks probably don't know you're Muslim. It's common. You know, the bottom line is if they come to you or you and they say something about, you know, something bad about Muslims, and you say, well, you know, I'm a Muslim, we've been working together for years. They go back out to their friends and relatives and neighbors and say, well, you know, and this is, I know her, she's not like what that guy said. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know, Fleming, you can literally destroy the false narrative by just being active and out there. And so I'm done talking. I'm a politician. I have a disease with that. I will talk all night. But my point is, let's talk with each other about how we go back to our cities and our towns and our states, and how we use our institutional strengths. We have a number of national organizations represented here. They have chapters everywhere. And you're already doing good things, but we need to figure out how we share what we're doing so people are not duplicating. And we got to figure out, and we got to send that message. We've absolutely got to reach more people. You know, they like to say we lost by 77,000 votes in Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Well, I would argue we lost by a whole lot more than that. Bad strategy. You can't win if your candidate never sets foot in Wisconsin. Never dips a toe across the state line. What I'm talking about is we're dipping toes all the time. We're engaged. We have high touch. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I got 30 canvassers in Donkin in Minnesota right now. And I bring these kids to all my fundraisers because I tell all my donors, this is not going for some waste of money ad where I'm attacking my opponent. This is going into canvassers, these kids, and we're training them and they're learning how to do it. And so I'm going to be disciplined and stop there and ask you to share with us, the group. And if you want to answer anything, I'll do my best to answer.
So before we jump into